Go. Hey Tom, how are you doing?
Well, good.
Cool,
And
cool. Hey,
yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you have a trailer for me?
Yeah. So we tried this last week in utter failure, and Thomas was very brave enough to try this again. We've finally figured this thing out, and this is the first. This is the trailer that came out today, or earlier yesterday, actually, for Miss Marvel or Marvels,
Hmm.
whatever, something like
Yep.
that. I don't know. Yeah, we'll
Mm.
we'll, we'll jump into it
Yep.
here,
Yep.
and here we'll let it rip.
Captain Rambo?
What the hell are you doing?
Now,
Entering the jump
if
point
you would stop
perimeter.
it for a second there,
I'm gonna get you some.
um,
Yeah.
Monica Rambeau was the Captain America when I was reading the Avengers in the '80s, and she was the captain. She was the leader of the Avengers. So, those of you that youngins that don't believe that one of the Captain Marvels actually led the led the Avengers. That was the leader of the Avengers for me.
Well,
So
rock
yeah,
on.
most familiar with her. And then the I think the casting on this is pretty good. The Monica Rambeau they got the actress to play looks a lot like the character in the comic book.
Yeah. It'd be interesting as we go forward. But that good background. And then I'm also when I first watched this earlier today, I didn't notice some of the finer details, and like this is probably the third time like watch probably like the fifth, the 10th time, and just the first few seconds.
Hmm.
But I kind of I'm starting to notice little extra layer things on here that
Yep.
is
Yeah.
interesting.
And we're gonna kind of stop here and there during the trailer to hopefully avoid getting claimed and also kind of break down the video for you.
Absolutely.
And by the way, we're the first to last on Nerdom, and if you haven't checked us out before, we talk about all things nerd related, which I believe this movie falls squarely in.
Yep.
So you could call us experts. So we'll take you through the video.
Yeah, I would say comic books and the like are all areas of our operation for sure.
Hmm.
With that being said, you want me to go ahead and hit
Yeah.
play? All right, cool. All right, here we go.
Some readings, Fury. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Captain Rambo?
All right. Yeah. Okay. So evidently she's switched bodies. So
Yeah,
it's a superhero Freaky Friday. I think is what we're going for.
yeah.
Is that the
That's
deal?
a good call out. That's a good call out because that was some criticism leveled at Disney, like, well, what happened to the Freaky Friday Disney, that kind of thing. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and the to note, the one that is Kamala isn't that Kamala Khan, the who phased in or whatever from
Mm-hmm.
Monica Rambeau, where we were starting. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this will be a race actually for us. Who will claim us first? Will it be Beastie Boys or Marvel?
oh God, yeah, I forgot about. Oh crap, yeah, there's gonna be whole chunks of that because it'll freak out. It'll freak out with the thing. I forgot
Mm-hmm.
about the sound. Yeah. Oh well, we'll give it a go and
Yeah,
see what happens.
yeah. We're doing it for you guys out there.
Yeah, even though
Yeah.
it's fair use. So anyway. Uh,
Hey! Hi! Is this an Avengers test?
Where's Captain Rambo?
Now, are these Kree? So if you want to back it up a little bit, so the things that she's fighting are those the Kree.
yeah, or the
Where's
scroll.
Captain
It's
Rambo?
either one of those. I think they are. Yeah,
Yeah, those guys.
the scroll or the definitely tactical
So
PR.
so she yeah so she so they all switch places, I guess, when they use their powers.
I
Is
guess
that
so.
what
That's
I'm
that. Yeah,
getting
that's
here?
the very rudimentary understanding. Yeah, that I
Yep.
I can see like that something
Oh,
or something triggers it. So yeah.
oh and to all transparency. Have you seen Captain Marvel, the first one?
I have. Yes. I
Yeah.
actually, yeah. This is kind of like wearing the parent hat comes in, where so no matter what I think of something, I can still get a second layer of fun out of it with my kiddos. And that
Hmm.
one was now my son wasn't really into it, but my daughter was definitely into it.
Hmm.
And so I got a kick out of that. It's fun. She'll like to watch it once in a
Yeah.
while, but yeah.
And I don't think
And
you've seen Miss Marvel either, or well, you
no,
haven't.
no,
Yeah. So yeah.
yeah, I skipped out on the Kamala Khan one. I don't
Yeah.
even yeah, it just wasn't like and we kind of talked about this in our main grab bag in our show in passing, but like I didn't I kind of took it to be made for a different audience.
Hmm.
Not a 41-year-old man. So
Hmm.
like a dad
Yeah.
maybe if my kiddos were into the Marvel stuff, but they're honestly they're not really into the Marvel superhero
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah.
They're
And,
they're into other things.
yeah. And I haven't seen Captain Marvel or the Miss Marvel. So,
Okay,
but I've read lots of comic books with Captain with both Captain Marvels, and haven't read a. Well, I have actually read some that Marvel showed up in. Like she's like a supporting character in the current storyline on Amazing Spider-Man. She's
yeah,
working in the same science facility that he does.
okay, yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say this kind of this is like a wink and a nod to like not quite breaking the fourth wall, but kind of like giving the audience a little wink, with all the
Uh-huh.
comic book stuff on there. And
Hmm.
also, I don't know if you saw it, but Black Adam. There's a scene that's very reminiscent of this, where the Black Adam is in the boys' room and
Hmm.
he sees all the
Hmm.
Batman and Flash and and all this
Hmm.
paraphernalia all up on the walls. So it's this kind of thing like, and I think
Yep.
she does a little shows a little humanity.
Yeah. And shout out to Brie Larson. She was in a movie that we did a recent podcast on, which
Very
was
true.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So
Absolutely.
if you're a Brie Larson stan, you might want to check that out.
Boy, that was a whole other part of her career. That's for darn sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What the? Hi.
We're looking for Kamala Khan.
Okay,
So I guess this
our
is leaning
our-
heavily into the comedy aspect of
Yeah,
things.
this is the Jar Jar Binks or the wacky comedic relief. Yeah.
Wacky, wacky.
entangled. I can manipulate light energy, and I can totally
Which
show
can
you.
work to be fair.
Yep.
Not again. Hi. Where's our daughter? Wherever you were.
What? Now hold on. What's going on with this cat?
Yeah, so this cat is the
Does it have a Cthulhu in his stomach or
no,
something?
no, I can't remember the name of it. I just watched a video after we wrapped covering this that said it was like starts with an F, furlong or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember, but like I'm
Ferengi?
sorry.
Or no, that's Star Trek.
No, no, yeah, but yeah, and fun fact too. Nick Fury got his eye. He lost his eye when this cat creature like bleh, uh, scratched him. That's how he lost his eye in this universe. So FYI.
Okay. Girl power. So those a bunch of the cats. So is
Yeah,
that
I
like an
don't know.
army of those wacky cats?
It looks like it. Yeah, that good
Yep.
good call out. I haven't seen anybody
So
talk about that.
We're a team.
Oh, no. We're not a team.
We're not a team.
So November 2023. What was your overall impression there, my friend?
wacky. No, I don't. Well, it's a girl comedy, I guess. A girl team up comedy, which action comedy. I don't. I don't know
Yeah,
who's this is. aim for? Who's the
Yeah,
audience? Tell me who's the audience for this?
I I would say, I would say it well, let's put it this way. I wonder what its appeal would be to. This is why I wonder why just instead of like the Kamala Khan show, whatever that one, right? I skipped
Mm-hmm.
out on it. You did too. I think we were on the same page about it being like for not for our demographic or whatever,
Uh,
our
yeah, I
age
watched.
group, or
To be honest, I watched the first 5 minutes of Miss Marvel, and I was like,
right.
yeah, this the tone of it right now is not. It doesn't. Yeah, it's a teen show. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it
It's
just
kind of
wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like back in the day, like a kids show, like Ghost Rider,
Hmm.
like on PBS or whatever. That was a show like when I was coming up as a kid,
And
or
there's
or
children programming that's smart and can appeal towards adults as well as children. But this one seemed really geared towards kids. You know, there didn't look like there was any nuances to it.
I it definitely felt like it both it was very simple. I would say that, and
Hmm.
that's a good thing for what it's trying to do or what it's trying to
Yeah,
appeal to. If we're
yeah,
reading it right,
right.
I also caught it as being like a YA, young
Hmm.
adult. Young,
Yep.
young, like almost like old Heinlein,
Hmm.
juveniles
Hmm.
back in the day. Like that had
Hmm.
stories appropriate to that age group.
Hmm.
I think that's true with this. I did kind of dig the vibe of the Beastie Boys. That's always going to put me in a good mood a little
Hmm.
bit. So they're cheating. So they're cheating there,
Yeah,
but it is
yeah,
fast paced. And I guess if I'm going to be really try to be find something positive to speak on, the concept of like having like a okay, well,
yeah.
if you go back to the Avengers, okay, I believe that Marvel saved the day, right? So
Hmm.
she was the extra. Wasn't the Hulk? Nope,
Yep.
screw that guy. Nope,
Hmm.
it was the
Yep.
which is fine. It's whatever. It
Hmm.
worked, I guess. But
Hmm. And
the thing that
yeah.
the concept of having that kind of a power level, which
Hmm.
if you want a power scale to be a nerd, okay, so it's equivalent to or a little bit stronger than Thanos, which is pretty
Hmm.
goddamn strong, which is cool. But then, so if you are all three in the same space and time,
Hmm.
then you can like maybe make it easier to like you know um fight. I guess that would be I don't know, that could be an interesting concept.
Yeah.
I've never seen that kind of thing pulled off. And I will say this, to be positive, if anybody or could pull off like and make that like if it maybe the movie's kind of meh, but the fight scenes are like really really good, or something
Yeah.
like that, like where they all kind of put
Yeah.
together. One so that's interesting. So that's one positive thing. But one thing I find myself very lost in this anyway already. I have no idea who the baddie is. I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah. That I didn't see that either.
I
That should
don't.
be front and center, and not the whole girl power thing. I
I
mean, yeah,
mean,
we
well,
know they're gonna team up. You know.
right, and I wanted to kind of like, and I want to be fair when I say it's simple, okay? And this isn't like a really big dig or anything, but like I felt like when you saw what did you call them on the moon or whatever? Like when,
Cree.
yeah, 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 the Kree. Like so,
Yeah.
those are the putties from Power Rangers.
Hmm.
I kind of
Yeah.
got that
Yeah.
vibe from
Right.
it.
Yeah. They're yeah. That was another thing. It kind of looked cheap to me a little bit. The movie, as far
That's
as
what
the
it felt like. That's why I say
special
putties,
effect.
like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's a fair point. But
Hmm.
I'm not trying to dissect
Hmm.
this to the nth degree. But like
Right. Yeah.
I am intrigued as a nerd, comic book nerd, how they're gonna display the thing. And like I was
Yeah.
saying, I can go back to my point. But if there's anybody that has made this into a friggin' honed process machine, it's Marvel for efficiency, for computer graphics, and
Hmm.
like pretty much dealing in they
Hmm.
just just like if they were going to make a bunch of Avatar movies, they're going to invent a new way of filming something,
Hmm.
but it's going to get
Yeah.
cheaper like, once you're true like movie 35 of the Marvels. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like that's just like where we're at. Like which
Yeah.
is kind of a dig on how I don't know. Like we'll see.
Yeah.
What I really want to do is I want to play this for my kiddos, and I want to see what their reaction is and see if my gut tells me that I'm correct.
Yeah.
that it's trying to appeal to
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
age
Yeah.
group.
Like when the first Captain Marvel came out, I was like, well, my Captain Marvel was Monica Rambeau, so I was kind of less enthused because when just to stretch my comic book cred, she was the Captain Marvel, and the Brie Larson uh, version of Captain Marvel was when I was reading had lost her powers,
Mm.
and she had her I think her memories were stripped as well, and she kind of got herself back to an equilibrium through Charles Xavier, brought back all of her memories, but she had no emotions for her memories, and she got the cosmic powers and became Nova. So that was
Oh,
those
okay.
are those are
And,
my Marvels.
and did Nova go on to Alpha Flight or no? Or am I
No,
missing? Or is that a
she
completely
went
different?
with Scott Summers, dad in the Corsairs, the space
Oh,
pirates.
okay. All right. Yeah, that's really freaking obscure.
Yeah. I'm a
Yeah.
huge X-Men fan, so
Oh yeah.
I know my stuff on that. So, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm about 2 decades out of practice, so, like,
all
I
right,
remember some things, but and then it's
yeah.
like, well, what storyline are you remembering it from,
Yeah,
But
but yeah, I like the character Monica Rambeau, and she seems somewhat interesting in this, but it's way too jokey. I don't care about the jokey Marvel stuff, and it seems to be very jokey. And Kamala Khan, the Miss Marvel, she seems the most lively in the trailer, and she
sure.
garnered a lot of the attention. And it'll probably be cute to see her running around with the cat and stuff. But that's just that's just not my bag, and in the comments you probably will be saying, "Hey, this isn't for you," which. Yeah, full honesty, probably not.
Right. But, well, like, I don't know, like, nobody knows until the fat lady
Yep.
sings, or so to speak, and, so it's November. I know that Guardians of the Galaxy is coming up, 3. That one, I think a lot of people are looking forward to. I think
Hmm.
that's gonna be I don't know about this one. For what I heard, all the rumors and all the whatever over time
Hmm.
is that, like, this was like had to be reshot. Something about it had to be reshot 5 times or something like that. Like they had to do, and the test audiences weren't so hot. But you know what?
Yep.
It really doesn't matter once it makes once the thing's released, then it is what it is.
That's another one of the problems is all these reshoots and second guessing, and when you then that's probably because the director doesn't have final cut. Probably someone in
Oh
Disney
no!
has
Oh
final
hell
final
no!
cut.
Oh hell no!
So
No, 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 no!
yeah.
Disney will, like, ram a sword through you. Do you think that if
Mhm.
you don't if you could not be a Villeneuve and work for Disney? No, that would not work.
Mhm.
Those two things would not
Yep.
work that like that. Not like with something like
Yeah.
substantial.
So yeah, so it's not no longer a piece of art. Much like well, we did talk about a piece of art on our last podcast, which is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Which Sergio Leone, he had his vision, and he kept with it. Even if he didn't have a studio head saying no, 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 you have to make the final scene happier. You put in a zinger here and there,
Yeah,
So yeah, they're trying to break this Marvel stuff down to a science, and it's not science, it's art.
that's
So,
no,
or it
no,
should be art.
no. You're 100%. That's exactly that. That's a great way that you put it way better than I did. Which is like
Hmm.
they've done this for so long, and they have scales of economy going on
Hmm.
here to, like, where they do this every friggin' Tuesday. So
Yeah.
it's a lot cheaper, and then, you have your standard default
Hmm.
contract. I think we kind of talked about that, but I wonder. You know what? We'll see. I don't. It's not
Hmm.
really necessarily on my go-to list at all.
Hmm.
But that might change. But I would welcome myself to be wrong.
Yeah.
Who
Hey,
knows?
Mike. Hey, Mike. You know what the positive I got from this?
What's that?
I need to bring out my Beastie Boys albums.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen to
Good
those
point.
again.
Yeah, no, like I said, that always puts me in a good mood. So it had that
Yep.
going for it, and who knows?
Hmm.
And this is Lizard One trailer. Anyway, we've been the first to last Nerdum, and
Mm-hmm.
tell us what you think. Are you looking forward to this? That would be cool
Mm-hmm.
from a perspective of like, yeah, no, I thought it was lighthearted and I dug it or whatever. That's
Mm-hmm.
cool. That'd be great to hear from that.
Yep.
Because I want to,
Yeah.
I really want to get real world,
Yeah.
take. But
Yeah. Tell us if our boomer take is wrong.
yeah. All right. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Please and check out our shows mainly, and
uh,
we'll see you later.
yep. See you guys.